His morning crew with Rob, Allison, and Jim.
Today is World Water Day, and we're honored to have the Executive Director of Water of Life with us, Sarah Kelley. Good morning, Sarah.
Good morning.
Now, Water of Life is based right here in the Carolinas and drills nearly 500 wells a year in Africa and India. And I'm honored to have served on the board for 5 years of Water of Life. Sarah, it's still hard, though, for some people to get their minds around the fact that there are people in this world that can't turn on a tap and have clean water.
Yes, and it's really more common than you would think. The World Health Organization just came out with revised numbers recently, and the number is now over 800 million people that don't have clean water.
It's amazing. What I love about Water of Life is that you're so much far beyond just helping people get water. You're talking about the living water for some folks as well.
Yes, we really see giving clean water as an opportunity we have a network of pastors, and it gives them entrance to go into the village and say, it's not just this physical water. We want to tell you about Jesus. And it gives them opportunity to go in and plant churches and spread the gospel around the world.
And that's the most important part of this whole thing. Why are women and children often the biggest victims of the lack of clean water?
They're the ones who are tasked with getting the water. And so a lot of times the men in the village are the ones who are farming. They're doing the jobs, trying to provide for their family. And so oftentimes it falls on the women to walk, often for miles, to go and collect water from nearby rivers, streams, and then if the women are unable to, then it falls to the children. And when they have to do that, then because it takes so much time, then kids often aren't able to go to school, and it just kind of continues this cycle.
And a lot of kids don't survive when they're only given dirty water.
Exactly. Yep.
Which is so beautiful that kids here in the United States are getting involved to help those. Talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, so we have these elephants that are handmade in India. We have boxes of them available. So there are 10 small, 2 large, and so kind of a 50 group of kids will come together. They'll get a box. They will sell them to their neighbors, family, friends. And then once the elephants are sold, all of that money provides enough to be able to drill a well and change the lives of an entire village.
And this is obviously something that's very close to my heart. And I love the story about how these elephants are made. Can you share that with everybody?
Yeah, so another kind of side to our ministry in India is that there are also children who are held in slavery, who suffer all forms of abuse, who are rescued. And so they are the ones who are actually making these elephants. It gives them a skill. They can learn a trade to be able to have a job. So they make them, they send them to us. Kids around the country sell them, and then we're able to provide clean water with that money.
And I love how kids are getting involved. I mean, they do it out of their hearts, and they understand exactly what they're doing to help out others.
Yeah, I know. I have 2 kids, and I'm always trying to find ways to make them believe that the world does not revolve around them. And so
Yes.
It's a good opportunity to be able to share the story, to try to broaden their perspective a little bit, that there are lots of people that are not as lucky as them, and for them to be able to give back.
Yeah, and you can help in ways as well. If you use the keyword water, just text the word water to 800-447-7234. You'll see exactly how you can get involved as well. Allie just wrote a blog post right there that explains everything of Water of Life. And Sarah, we're so glad you spent some time with us today.
Thanks so much for having me.
Celebrating right along with you, Water of Life Day. It's Rob, Allison, and Jim, his morning crew on his radio.